Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of January 20th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading isn't speaking to you, go check out your other two signs videos for the clues of how this week are going to go for you. We have moved into that hard Aquarius stellium like I talked about last week, but we also have Mars joining them on the 26th. Mars will be moving into Aquarius. So Aquarius being the humanitarian of the zodiac, it is asking us to really look at what is good for the collective overall. Where can I, contribute in a way? Know that Aquariuses, like when I look at my Aquariuses friends, people see them as independents, but it's more of they're not able to relate to people on an intellectual level, so they just don't. Yeah, so it's not about independence, more they just don't know how to relate. Okay, also we have Neptune moving into Aries, and Neptune has been in Pisces for quite some time. As it's an outer planet, we don't necessarily feel it in the way that we do with these closer planets that are all in Aquarius right now, but we do have, think of it as how maybe in the last, since summer or so, if you've been feeling like your dreams, you've had all these subconscious, unconscious desires that just haven't really manifested in the physical, having Aries here is going to really be a place where we can bring our dreams into reality. Yeah. Okay, so for you, for everybody, I've been using the Sedona deck. It's a deck that I got for my birthday. It's amazing. It has all of this papyrus font that it uses, like the early 2000s spiritual, internet trying to be. I freaking love it. Let's see what it leads for Leo, though. All right, let's see. Javelina, choices. All right, Leo. So Javelina, it just says choice, not choices. Javelina are these wild boars that live in Arizona. I guess they're all over the states too, though. And depending on who you talk to, they are either a joy or a problem. I never had a problem with them. When I saw them eating in the cactuses that I didn't want to touch anyways, I didn't have a problem with them. But if you were to maybe say be a farmer, it would be more destructive. So I guess I can see that a little bit. But I've ever had an interaction where they were aggressive. I know that some people have had more aggressive encounters with Javelina, but I've never had aggressive Javelina. If anything, they always ran from me before I noticed they were even there. So you have the choice of how you want to engage Leo. Do you want to be this cuddly little Javelina, or do you want to be the little shit that terrorizes farmers? Yeah, I don't know. It's your adventure. Choose your own adventure, I guess. You've got Desert Spirit, love from the Creator. And so this is just saying that you have the backing of Spirit, as long as you, in the energy of Aquarius season, as long as you are doing things that do not harm anyone else physically, like to people, emotionally to people, but in the spirit of the desert and that tradition, I will say that it extends to not just the creatures as in other people, all creatures as in the animals and the plants. So as long as you are acting from a place of not harming others, anything you do is valid and amazing, and you have the love from the universe to do so. So Leo, you have the choice of, and also, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but dark and light magic is really only dark or light depending on who is using it, and depending on what is the will in their heart. They're not even colors, they're just technically shades. Light and dark are technically just shades. But are you doing things with malice versus compassion? Yeah, you end with gifts, the rain. And so here, another contrary thing to add to your reading. Rain, when we think of it from most culture perspectives, rain is this dark, gloomy, I don't want to say most cultures, but I will say that in certain parts of the world, rain, seasonal depression, like all associated with that gloom, but specifically because we're in Sedona, we're in the desert. Rain is a gift. Rain is a beautiful blessing. When it rains, the land literally takes a breath and comes to life. You will see the mosses come to life. You will see the lichen become more colorful. You will smell the creosote. It's a very healing smell. So Leo, you have a very interesting week where you have to decide where you're working from. Are you working with compassion or malice? And are you seeing things like the glass half empty or half full? With rain, is it a gift or is it just depression? But I'll also say with that one, seeing rain as, say, like when we think about rain in the emotions, there's this heaviness, but we know that once the rain's clear, we feel lighter and better than we ever did. So if there are some rains in you that need to pass, let them out so that you can come off lighter, clearer, better choices. Yeah. All right, Leo. Well, that's what I have from that deck. But I'm also going to pull a card from the Kuan Oracle deck, as Kuan is the goddess of compassion. And we are moving from the year of the snake into year of the horse, which we still have a few more weeks until February 17th when that starts. So we're going to tap into that feminine energy that is tied to the winter and how we receive ourselves this week. Yeah. So for you, Leo, daughter of the phoenix, when the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing, a preparation for the new, like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew. You are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. Soon after, you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine path. The rain of your reading came through to this deck if there wasn't more of a sign of anything. Leo, oh my goodness. So know that, yeah, sometimes we go through these moments of turmoil, but it's meant to help us grow and come out stronger. So Leo, I hope that this week inspires that inner strength that you have, and I'll see you next week. Bye.